Folks, this is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers, and you know what it must be. It is episode number 44 of my 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in under 3 minutes. For those of you that join in for the first time, we get together for 3 minutes at 3 o'clock, and lately, week number 7, I can't believe we're doing this, I've been talking to entrepreneurs and business startups about books that I love that have made a difference in my business and getting started. And we've talked about a lot of them. And this week we're talking a lot about the mental state of things, of being a business owner and the struggles with it. And to kick it off, I'm reminded of a book I read a couple years ago that made a huge impact on me because I didn't do any of these 3 items right. And it'll be the title of our discussion today. It is going to be talking about eat, move, and sleep. And it's a book by Tom Rath. It's a fabulous book with the same title that I'm stealing and talking about. Cliff Notes version of this book is exactly what you'd expect it to be. I don't know about you, but as a business owner, you sometimes work more hours than most people. Pretty much you work all the time. And as such, fast food and quick food pretty much goes into your mouth without a lot of thought process into that. Hit the fast forward button 10, 11 years later, and you end up with diabetes or things start not going well with your health. And that's the first point about this book, is that Tom really talks about you really need to pay attention to what you put in your mouth. And he always says, what you put in your mouth, does this add value to your goals or not? So the first thing is you have to eat right. And that's so easy. We all know it, but we all need to be reminded of it. The second thing is, if you're like me and owning a web business, I have a tendency to sit in front of a computer pretty much, sometimes I've been known to sit there for 18 hours a day. And that's not healthy. That's not good. What you need to do is start moving, doing some exercises, taking breaks, going a walk. During this COVID situation, I haven't had the opportunity to go much to the gym. The gym's kind of open and closed, but I've gotten to walk at a park every morning. Now, if you're a business owner like me, you don't have time to do that. But the reality is you always make time for the things that are important, and your health and moving is important. So that's my number 2 tip, is you need to get off your butt and move. And number 3, and this is the hardest for me, is it's time to sleep. It's time to get a good night's rest. In my job, it's never ending. But the reality is, if I were to go to bed at a decent time and get up early and get a good 8-hour sleep, 7-hour sleep, or whatnots, I feel refreshed and I'm far more productive and make less mistakes. And that's the goal of this book. It's a fabulous book. I highly recommend it for you business owners. Eat, Move, Sleep by Tom Rath. So that's your tip for the day. I want you guys to be awesome. Now go back to sleep.